Hello there. It may not be Leo season yet, but my hair doesn't know that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at today's reading. So, what I want to do today is just a simple reading. We're going to do past, current energy, and future energy. And we're looking at what you are learning from a person in your life. And it can be any person, actually. It doesn't have to be a specific person. You can just think of the first person who kind of pops into your mind. It could be a parent, a sibling, a friend, a teacher. It could even be a pet, honestly. You could be whatever energy you want this to be about, or it can be about your specific person if you want. But just choose someone, and we're going to look at what you are learning from this person and also what they learn from you. And see where the energy between the two of you are going. And I'm using the Fountain Tarot for one person. So let's have this be the person that you're focused on, and the Field Tarot for what they're learning from you. Okay? So, this person, what you are learning from this person, we have the Queen of Swords energy coming up here. So, you are learning how to declare your independence, how to set boundaries with people and not let them walk all over you. You're learning how to use your discernment, your intelligence, your understanding, and you're learning how to be clear about things. That's definitely something that's a powerful lesson, how to be clear in your communication and direct in your communication and avoid indirect communication. Page of Swords energy. You're firmly... you're learning how to just be direct and not be on the sidelines watching, but just saying what it is that you think and feel to somebody. What they are learning from you, this is the Fool card. It says beginnings, and this person is completely nude. So they are actually learning how to handle complete and total vulnerability, feeling completely exposed, feeling a little bit foolish, having to start from scratch because the way that they approached a situation wasn't so great the last time around, and this time they want to do things in a fresh new way. And they're really learning how to deal with feeling vulnerable and feeling foolish in regards to the interactions you're having with them. So if you've kind of set some boundary with somebody and laid down some kind of a law, that's like, you can't approach me that way. You need to approach me in a different manner. This is teaching them that the way that they were trying to handle things before was, it wasn't very wise. It came from a place where they didn't really have a lot of mastery. And they're sort of having to start over with you if they want to proceed further in the connection with you. Something that is really helping you, that you're gaining through your lessons with this person. This relationship has really taught you how to value your own stability and create a more solid foundation beneath your feet that's not just focused on the material, but also focused on the spiritual, because there's this awareness that if you're only holding on to the material, it's not going to keep you warm at night. And you're really learning that. You're learning that there's so much more to what security and stability means than you had imagined before. This is also somebody who's teaching you about what it is to be insecure versus secured in terms of attachment styles, and also to detach and let go and not be attached to something so much that you actually push it away. So this is like a superpower that you're gaining from this person. They are learning this Nine of Cups energy, which says fulfillment here. They are learning how you can have everything you've always wanted and wished for. But if you don't share it with someone, you are left alone. And that fear of abandonment that causes you to prevent yourself from expressing emotion has actually left you abandoned in the end. So that's a tough lesson that they're learning. And that's probably why they feel like alone in the world and like they're starting out fresh, realizing that what they sought the last cycle in their life didn't actually bring them to completion. And it's because they refused that last cup, and stayed in the Nine of Cups energy because they feared that either offering or accepting a cup would cause them to lose everything that they had. So, what did you learn from this person in the past? So, for some of you, I think you learned about the twin flame dynamic from this person because this is the Four of Wands, and I frequently associate that card with that belief system. Though I no longer have that belief system anymore, after doing a lot of research, I've completely dismantled this as a limiting belief, and I no longer carry this belief system. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't have power, and it doesn't mean that the phenomenon that accompanies this belief system isn't real or valuable and hasn't taught me a lot, because it's taught me about the divine masculine and feminine energy within me, which has truly been the most valuable lesson from it. I just know that the language and the rules and structures that are associated with it are just kind of coming out of left field and really don't have a basis in spiritual tradition that would give me any confidence in it. If I were going to, that's like how I would say I'm where I'm at in this, in my position with it at this point. But I do think you learned about it through this person, or your lessons that you've learned from that journey help you to navigate your relationship with all the people in your life. If it's a familial relationship, learning about twin flame dynamics has helped you understand. So for instance, if it's with a parent that you were focused on when you first started this reading with me, learning about masculine and feminine energy and the energy of nurturing and the energy of guiding or whatever has helped you understand your parent more and understand how the way that you were raised has affected your ability to have stable relationships with other people. Your person, what they have learned from you is this Princess of Cups energy or Page of Cups energy. This card says dreams on it. I do believe they've really learned about how emotionally underdeveloped they have been. 444 on the clock right now. So they have learned how emotionally underdeveloped they have been. How they have really not felt confident enough to express themselves, and also know that in order to be able to have a truly heart-centered connection, they have to have the capacity for apologizing, and that has been a very challenging thing for this person. But they have also learned a lot about the nature of true love, what true love means. And of course, true love is unconditional, meaning that it exists without condition, which means whether you're with this person or not with this person, the love you feel remains, and it's not held on to in this grasping way as if it has to come forward in the material in order to be real. It just is. It's there whether you have that material connection or not. And they've really learned that you will always hold that cup for them no matter what, but it doesn't mean that you will have to have these conditions of the connection. So if it's a person that you want to be in a romantic connection with, they have learned that while you may always feel that love for them, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in a relationship with them and have it be in the physical material world in order to remain. It just is. So what are you currently learning from this person? You are currently learning to face your fears, and you're learning how your fears and anxieties and thoughts have played a role in your experience with this person. So, if you've learned about security versus insecurity, you're learning right now that being insecure creates a dynamic where this other person is not very responsive and feeds into those insecurities. It's challenging you to face the things you're afraid of and really know that they are just thoughts and they are not real, and that you decide what your life is like by how you react to the stimuli, and the stimuli shifts as you shift your thoughts and your reactivity. So you're really learning that. You're also learning that it is better to wake from a nightmare than to remain in a place where you are constantly afraid, and that it doesn't feel good to be tortured, and that in this connection with this person, whatever this has triggered within you and brought these fears up, that you don't have to stay there, because you can move from the 9 to the 10. You can wake up from this nightmare and go somewhere else, and you're learning that right now. What they are learning from you right now is this Ace of Pentacles. This is all about value and wealth, abundance, planting a seed and seeing it grow into something, making some kind of a material gesture or offer that is going to be significant in some way. So they're learning their own value, and the value that you bring to the world they can match, and that they have to make some kind of a physical gesture in order to be able to grow anything with you. If they don't plant the seed in the soil, in the earth, it won't grow. If they just have it in their pocket, it's never going to grow into anything. So they actually have to physically plant the seed, and they are learning that right now. What will you learn ultimately from this person? We're seeing the 3 of Pentacles here. This is, you will learn to work together or collaborate to create some kind of sanctuary. This is also about things coming together in the 3D. So you will learn how to take what you were imagining and create it here in this world, in the physical. But you will learn that you can't do that alone, that you can't be the only one in the connection who is doing things in the material, but both of you have to be collaborating in the material. Like the unconditional love, it may exist, but if the other person doesn't do anything to actually manifest it in the physical, it doesn't actually happen. So you're learning that it takes 2 or more to create something that will be stable and secure enough to remain here in the physical reality. What this person is learning from you is that if they allow their thoughts to, especially, look, we're seeing almost the same energy of this Fool here, this vulnerability. If they allow their thoughts and fears of intimacy and vulnerability rule them, they will remain stuck in painful separation. If this is a romantic connection, it's possible that what you are really learning is, when something stands in the way of working together, there is no movement. You remain stuck in place and trapped there purely by the thoughts you're thinking about the situation. Your person is also, I think, experiencing pain from this connection, because they realize that not moving to offer a cup or plant any kind of seed with you has sort of led them to this painful ending. And It may be a lesson that they need to learn in order to have a better connection or a relationship with someone else. And it may also just be learning the pain of betrayal, how it has haunted them, how it has caused them to make certain decisions, for instance, these withholding decisions. And probably this is also learning that grief and loss can cause you to be closed off, um, and keep you from actually receiving what it is that you've asked for out of a fear of losing it. So let's get an animal spirit for each person and let them offer each other a lesson from their higher selves. So, what would your person say to you about what you have taught them? And what would you say to your person about what you have learned? So, what your person would, what you, what your person would say to you about what you have taught them is snake spirit, time to heal, number 55. They would say, all of us need healing at times, and when I appear, it is time to repair, renew, and replenish yourself and your vulnerable heart. Self-care and maintenance work are needed so that your vitality can arise. Give yourself the space to nourish your own well-being. I have learned that vulnerability is necessary for friendships and partnerships to work, which means all of us will have tender emotions at times. I'm learning to be gentle with myself and others now. I am shedding the past and stepping into a new way of being, for vitality is rising in me. This might be a good time to honor the work that you have done to heal, grow, and repair any damage within you, within those you care about, and within your community. Let's celebrate together how far both of us have come in our healing journey and all that we have created. Let us unburden ourselves of anything that no longer supports wellness, prosperity, positive relationships, and well-being, and open the door for healing to occur. I like that message. So that is what your person would say to you about what you have taught them, and this is what you would say to your person about what you have learned. This is Coyote Spirit, Trust in Divine Detours, number 16. And you would say to your person, I find that I'm being led on a strange detour in my life right now. It seems that what appears to be the next right action and right choice and best situation or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turned into the opposite, or just disappeared into thin air as if I have been tricked. I know that this energy is designed to bring me into situations to teach me lessons I have forgotten to learn. Perhaps I needed a taste of failure before I could experience success. I need to feel disappointment before I could truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for me. Perhaps I'm revisiting a pattern I forgot wasn't in alignment with the life that I was intending to co-create. Being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep me awake and aware of all that is available to me in this moment. I'm reminding myself to laugh about the unexpected twists, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing my attachments to the form of my desires. Even when I suddenly find myself on a detour, wondering when I will get back on track to manifesting what I desire, I just remember that Spirit has a plan and wants what is best for me. I'm trusting in divine order now. I am your divine helper, and no matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. That is an incredibly beautiful message. I hope that this reading helped you. I think I'm going to do this style of reading more frequently in the future. I like this. I think there's sort of an endless amount of lessons we can learn from people. And it's a good way to kind of check and see if we're actually learning the lessons we're meant to learn with the people that we are choosing to attract into our life. Thanks so much for being here with me today. If you would like a personal reading, there are links below. You can find everything you need, and I will see you sometime later this week. Take care.